So, Sean Levy, director extraordinaire, friend to both of us, and dear friend, literally one of our best friends in the whole wide world, he and I had been sitting in the edit room for months. You called me August 14th, 2022 at approximately 1 p.m. Saying you wanted to come back.
On the side of the LIE.
While he pulled over on the side of the road. And I will say right now that that was the best phone call I've ever had in my entire life. Oh. And weirdly, 1 hour later, I had our pitch with Kevin Feige and all the Marvel people, and Sean and I were going to tell them that we're going to punt for a year or two and come back to this later when we all have like a clearer head and stuff. So on that Zoom with those guys, we just pivoted and literally made up out of thin air the story of Deadpool and Wolverine, which is actually what we ended up. Sometimes when you're just so full of and you go with it, you end up actually kind of hitting the bullseye. And I really believe it was Hugh saying yes that gave the whole thing a why, and that was why we didn't have it. You don't just have to do a sequel to everything just 'cause. And you saying you wanted to do this, it gave us the why and the how, and it. Anything back then. Anything anyone tells me.
Right now, you're wishing you had tiny torso syndrome.
I do wish
that would be a lot better. You want less of that.
No, you don't want with TTS, guys. This is a serious deal. After you made Logan, you said that you would never play Wolverine again, but here we are now. And I'm just curious, how does it feel now that everyone knows that you're a liar? How does that feel? Good?
Freeing.
And it went with the trailer that we were showing. Like, it was like kind of a perfect title for the first piece of materials we had out there. A masterpiece.
But the honest truth is, 3 days after announcing, I saw Deadpool 1 in a cinema, and I was like, oops, I really... because I could just see it. So and
How do you think I felt? Guy just retires out of nowhere, and I'm like, we're finally in the same world. We can do something together.
But I'm absolutely thrilled. I've never had more fun playing the character. Honestly, and working with you. You guys talk amongst yourself. Working with you, Brian. Or as we like to call you in Australia, Rhino.
Rhino, yeah.
Noldsy.
I finally got a nickname. I had to wait. I had to get it from the Australians. Canada just, Canada just said Gosling.
But in all truth,
easy.
it's been so much fun. The movie, the promotion, everything I've had, never had more fun in my life, and I'm so proud of the movie. I cannot wait for you guys to see it.
It was the most special experience I've ever had in my life. I don't know how I'm supposed to do anything after
I'm
this.
pivoting to Ernest, but you can't.
No, I can pivot to Ernest, and if I do, it becomes like, it's disgusting. No, I genuinely had the best time of my entire life, and I actually don't know how I'm ever supposed to go do another film ever again. Without you, I don't know what to do.
Thank you, man. Well, it's not.
People, they said that it was generally they said it was hard for me to convince you to come back to this role, but it wasn't, crazy. You obviously were the one who reached out and wanted to do it, but at that point you'd spent 2 years. He was shooting a reboot of an '80s sitcom that was made famous by Tony Danza, and he was such a nice guy that the network that had the show, they thought it was so terrible they didn't even bother filming it. But still did 2 full seasons of it at the Fresno Regional Playhouse. The spin-off was called Hugh's the Boss, and you can see it right there. And just dreadful.
I don't know.
Absolutely dreadful.
Do you think it was a mistake to play both parts?
It was a mistake. We all tried to warn you, but you would not listen. Can you give me one? Yo, Angela!
Yo, Angela!
There we go! I can't get through this unless we have an exclusive clip of Deadpool. Wolverine, let's roll a clip right here. It's Hugh Jackman. Yeah. You are career or?
I mean, I guess on that level,
Trust?
it's difficult, but I was broke, and so I needed it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so then it's not difficult, because the alternatives were really ugly.
I know. I felt pretty terrible about telling you to go all in on crypto at the wrong time, like that.
But in all seriousness, it was terrifying, because I really, when I announced that it was done, we were about to film Logan, and I thought I'm really proud of that movie. I thought we kind of stuck the landing, but 3 days. Thank you.
It's a masterpiece. Genuinely, you were yourself in that mirror. I mean, you were raw dogging it. I mean, it is.
And that was an ad lib. It wasn't even in the script.
Like, what happened?
They assured me they were cutting it.
rolling.
We'll cut out after a second.
Oh my God.
They did not cut.
I wrote on every Deadpool movie. I'm not gonna.
Right, it's okay. I know you can't spell, so it's hard to write when you can't spell.
Well, I mean, pictures go a long way. Simple grunts, and like also just talking. Oh, wouldn't it be cool if we, do that kind of stuff, right? Yeah.
But he actually, I can tell you, he really did write this with Sean and the other writers, and he's an incredible, incredible writer.
Well,
If you're going to, we can, let's see how you go. But that wasn't the original title, was it?
that was not the original title.
No, it was Wolverine and Deadpool, wasn't it?
No.
Oh.
No.
That was just my suggestion.
Yeah. Disney took our lead, but they're not idiots. Wow. No, actually, this is this is How does that feel? Good?
Freeing. Freeing. I'm just lying all the time. No more Mr. Nice Guy. No, I meant it. I really did mean it I really did mean it at the
Okay, yeah, save it. I have private conversations with you, all right?